In Sorry to Bother You, Boots Riley uses magic realism as an effective tool for anti-capitalist critique, merging recognizable representations of the built environment with fictionalized, surreal visuals as his social critique becomes broader, expanding from a racial one to a systemic one. Riley establishes a visual code for economic inequality under capitalism through tracking shots of tent encampments and rows of warehouses with interspersed printed advertisements, juxtaposed with establishing shots of Cassius's workplace. The camera panning from bottom to top implies institutional power, and the shot tilting on a slight axis evokes a skewed use and asymmetrical distribution of power, specifically government or corporate power referenced through the international style of architecture. Tracking shots of Cassius and his boss walking through the workplace follow uniform cubicles that mirror the symmetrical, rigid architecture of the building and imply the dehumanization and replicability of the worker, all of which Riley expands on in his surrealist Equisapien twist. As the plot advances, visual critiques of capitalism become more pointed, yet more surreal. The upstairs workplace for power callers mirrors playful, social co-working spaces at major tech firms, interrogating ways in which capitalism is hidden in certain built environments. The vertical visual hierarchy of the workplace, connected via access to the Gildan, patriarchy-affirming elevator, interrogates multiple systems of domination. Surrealist representations such as Steve Lift's office and residence clearly mirror the classical architecture of the White House and highlights the responsibility of government and law in ensuring capitalist domination. A dystopian media cycle of 3 repetitive channels consisting of a violent game show, footage dubbed with anti-protest messaging from anchors, and an infinite loop of worry-free ads interrogates media representation's role in upholding capitalism. The film closes with representations of the Equisapien, a being that simultaneously interrogates capitalism.
Our workforce of Equisapiens will make Worry-Free the most profitable company in human history. And you, our shareholders, will be a part of that history.
Patriarchy.
Second one, I want you to remember this. You're gonna have a horse cock.
And biological determinism.
A chemical change to make humans stronger, more obedient, more durable, and therefore more efficient and profitable.
This marks the peak of Riley's use of surrealism and the most critical form of systemic critique, extending beyond the film's indictment of code switching in the workplace and hegemonic narrative reproduction in the first few sequences. Riley uses these representations as world-building tools. Instead of radical post-capitalist imagining, his surreal visuals ask a question previously obscured by answers. What will it look like if we continue down this path?